Today, I want to talk to you specifically about some men's health imbalances that across the board are very good to support with some of our supplementation here at Organixx. I want to discuss men's brain health and some of the risks to developing Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, as well as the category of mental health. One of the things you might not realize is one of the leading causes of death in men over the age of 50 is suicide. So mental health is a really important thing when we look at overall brain health. And we have some great resources to power up the neurons of the brain to enhance neuroplasticity and neurogenesis. Those are two terms that you may or may not be familiar with. And I actually hosted a huge masterclass about supporting your brain and biohacking the brain. And I'm going to share with you that we can regrow our brain cells. So we can enhance baby brain cells that help generate neurons and support cellular turnover and the detoxification of our brain in some amazing ways. So this is really exciting at any age, especially for gentlemen that might have some propensity, maybe genetic propensity, that they may develop Parkinson's or Alzheimer's or even ALS, as well as targeting mental health balancing. And this is really important because the two go hand in hand. We need nutritional support and we need healthy neurons and communication pathways. These are called neurotransmitters. We need all these to be balanced to support not only our healthy, supple brain in continuing through our adult aging lives, but also to support our mental health, feeling happy, having the right balance of serotonin and dopamine and other neurotransmitters to support a healthy mental outlook. So first, I want to share with you one of my favorite supplements that we have here that is brain focused, and it is called Ageless Brain. And to be honest with you, I feel like any individual at the age of 50 or over should be taking Ageless Brain as a daily supplement because it's powered up with a ton of brain-focused nootropics. That is a term for nutrition, brain nutrition. And there are certain types of brain nutrition that we need. We have a blood-brain barrier that's kind of like it's almost like a little bit of a girdle, but it's a vascular girdle that keeps all of the nutrition that the brain needs separate from the rest of the body. It also is protective of viruses and bacteria particles from combating and getting into and exposing the brain matter with things that need to be left out of the brain. So this blood-brain barrier can accept certain types of nutrition. And we have put in the Organixx Ageless Brain those nutritional types. So I'm going to share with you what we have in this. We have camu camu and cat's claw. Those are two fantastic herbals that are really great for powering up and supporting the brain. Camu camu is a nootropic, and it also is very dense in vitamin C. And we know through a lot of scientific studies, vitamin C is very important for aging, the aging brain, and also to support our immune state. We also have Bacopa, which is another brain supportive nootropic that has a lot of great scientific research in helping support neuroplasticity. That is the regeneration and growth and clustering of neurons. That is what helps us continue to be supple and functioning from a brain perspective, and can also combat some of these brain aging diseases like dementia, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's. We also have dragon's blood resin, we have cacao, and we also have Pau de Arco. This Ageless Brain will enhance the circulation to the brain. It also helps support lymphatics. And the lymphatic process of your brain is actually just the detox process. It's basically the lymphatic system connected to the glial cells. These are these little cleaning brain cells that actually help detoxify the brain. And that only occurs at night. So supporting your body with Ageless Brain will support supple brain health. It'll help regenerate our brain cells, and it'll help to detoxify any of the unused, unneeded, unnecessary inflammatory cells and brain cells that need to get detoxed. So it's very supportive of helping your brain continue to be youthful. Now, pairing up with the nootropic power of Ageless Brain, I like to add in functional mushrooms. And these are very specialized medicinal mushrooms. And don't be alarmed. These are not psychedelic mushrooms. There's a lot of communication, a lot of research happening now in the psychedelic world. These are not psychedelics. They are more in the medicinal properties. They are adaptogenic and they are also nootropic. And they are powered or create power for your brain to regenerate neurons. It's really great for helping neurons regrow and repair themselves. So if there's any brain damage, TBI, or maybe we've had a stroke or have vascular impairment that is causing some brain dysfunction, as well as any mental health imbalances, 7in Plus is a blend of an assorted amount of very powerful mushrooms like reishi and maitake. We also are going to find turkey tail and chaga. And chaga is a very powerful nootropic. It's really great for reducing inflammation levels of the brain. And reishi is one of my favorite mushrooms for the brain. There's a lot of research with reishi that we get a calming of our central nervous system. That's really important when we're looking at mental health imbalances. We also will see a heightened central nervous system response. So calming down the brain, reducing the inflammation levels, and triggering with the polysaccharides in reishi, we're going to see an enhancement in the neuron rejuvenation. That helps create new and healthier synapses and brain neuropathways that will communicate and signal the right hormones needed to keep our brain balanced from a mental health perspective. So overall, mushrooms, functional mushrooms like reishi and chaga are very powerful at supporting our brain in balancing not just our inflammatory levels, but also helping enhance the brain rejuvenation. The neuroplasticity, the kind of growth of the neuron connections, and the neural tone by repairing our neurons, you're going to find this as a very powerful blend together. So for any gentlemen that maybe have a family history, maybe early diagnosis of dementia, which by the way, I'm seeing more and more patients in their mid-50s being diagnosed with early onset dementia and Alzheimer's. And the most important way to target the reversal, which by the way, you can in early stages reverse this disease, is power up the neuroplasticity and the neurogenesis of your brain by using nootropics and functional mushrooms in this blend. I'm so excited to share that with you because these two supplements will have life-changing impact on the overall state of your mental health, your brain rejuvenation, and will help support the longevity of your brain. So I'm excited to share that with you. And if you have any questions, send us a comment and I'll make sure to answer them in a future video.